Namaste. So in today's video I'm trying to share with you a story. The story deals with what is called a mantra. How just one word, a mantra of one word can transform an individual to a highest being possible. Just one word. In the earlier episode, we talked about what is called Shat Darshan, and in that Shat Darshan, we spoke about Purva Mimamsa, one of the philosophies. In that Purva Mimamsa, we said that the Vedas are divided into 4 parts. The first 3 parts are what is called Purva Mimamsa, and the later part is what is called Uttar Mimamsa or Vedanta. The 3 parts that we said, Aranyakas, Brahmanas and Sanhitas, in those 3 there is a mention of mantras. So I spoke about mantra. Mantra is a Sanskrit word made up of 2 words, man and tra. Man means our mind, it is manas, and tra means 3, it is indicating 3. Now this tra can also mean, because the root of tra is, in Hindi we say tras or trasti or trashna. So there is something called fear, there is something called trembling inside, there is a fear of death or failure, and because of that there is something called scaring, there is something called dukkha. Now there are other words also from this tra, which is called trapti, which means fulfillment. So at one end you have what is called trashna, which is thirst or hunger, and at the other end we have something called trupti, which means gratification or fulfillment. So in the 4 purusharthas we have something called dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Moksha is that highest fulfillment. So bliss is coming to us from that fulfillment, highest fulfillment. Then there is nothing called fear or scariness or anything of that kind. So that sorrow has gone away in fulfillment. Now in this episode we'll discuss how mantra, just one word, can be so powerful that it can transform our being to a higher being. But this is by way of a story. This is an old story during the time of sage Narada. Sage Narada was just going on a way, and on the way he was stopped by a robber. Now this robber says, I want to rob you, and this is how I have been doing, and if you don't give me whatever you have, I will kill you. The name of the robber was Ratnakar. Narada was a sage, he was a perfect sage. So he was not fearing of whatever that this robber was saying. He was not fearful of robbing, he was not fearful of that robber killing him. Narada says, fine, but please tell me, what is it that you do? What is your business? What is your profession? Who is there in your family? What do you do? How do you take care of your family? So he says that I am just a robber. Whoever comes on this way, I rob people, and whatever I get out of this robbing, I take care of my family. So this is my business, this is what is my profession, this is how I am taking care of my family. So he narrates his whole story. To this sage Narada says, okay, fine, you can kill me, you can rob whatever I have. One is that I am a sage, I am like a monk, I don't have anything, I myself beg for my living. You can take whatever that little I have, but answer my question, one question. Now whatever that you are doing, whatever your action, This, according to our scriptures, this amounts to a bad karma, and this bad karma will have bad consequences. Now, because whatever that you are doing, you are also feeding your family. So this is adding to their bad karma too. But how far are you sure that your family members are also equally sharing your bad karma? So to this, Ratnakar says, the robber, his name was Ratnakar, he says, I am confident because I am taking care of them and they are my family. They are equally responsible for my karmas and they are equal partners. So he said it is something like this, how partners share profits and losses together. It is how shareholders of a company share profits and losses. So this was his argument, that even my family members are equally responsible for my bad karmas. To this, sage Narada says, do one thing. I will not take whatever you are saying by your face value. Why don't you go and ask your family members and then come back? I will sit here only. I will not go anywhere. This is my promise. I am a sage. And you can come back, and if you are not satisfied, you can kill me. You can rob whatever I have. Ratnakar goes to his house. He has a discussion with his family members. All the family members says, this is your duty. You are the head of our family and you are taking care of the family. It is your duty. How we are responsible for your good karmas or bad karmas? We are responsible for our karmas. To this, he was very unhappy. By hearing this, he felt very unhappy. He was disdainful. He was frustrated. Then he comes back and he narrates the whole story to Narada. So Narada says, see, now whatever you are doing for your family, but you have no idea, only you are responsible for all these bad karmas, and your family members are in no way responsible for this. So how long you will continue to do like this? This kind of life will not give you any kind of fulfillment, and even in the later part of your life, these will have consequences in this life as well as in your afterlife. To this, Ratnakar became really thoughtful, and then he asked Narada, what is the way then? What is the solution for this? What is it that he should do? To this, Narada says, do one thing. I'll give you a mantra. I'll give you a method. I'll give you a tool to transform you. And Narada says, I will just give you one word, and that word is Rama. You just chant Rama. So the word is coming from Lord Ram. It is Bhagwan Ram's name. So Narada is saying, you don't do anything, you just chant this word Rama, rest all will be taken care of. Now Ratnakar tries, so he says Mara, Mara. He was not able to pronounce Rama. You know why? He was uneducated. He had no idea what words are. He was a bumpkin kind of a person. So he could pronounce only Mara. Why he was able to pronounce only Mara? Because his business was of killing people. So he knew only one word, Maro, Mara, something that is relating with beating and killing. To this sage, Narada says, okay, fine, you just pronounce whatever that you can pronounce. So Ratnakar started pronouncing this word, chanting this word, but he could chant only Mara. So he was just saying Mara, 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 Mara. And Narada said, okay, you keep on chanting this will transform your life. You don't have to worry about your bad karmas. Everything will be taken care of. And then he lives. Years have gone. One day again, it was just a coincidence. Sage Narada again comes on that way. He is again walking on that way. And he is surprised to hear that he is able to hear a voice coming from a place, and that voice was saying, it was chanting Rama, 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 and this was happening from years. So he travels near to that voice and he sees that there is a big ant hill there, and from that ant hill this voice is coming, Rama and Rama and Rama and Rama. Now he remembers that long back, some years back, he gave this mantra to the one robber named Ratnakar. Oh, he thinks I think he's the same person, and he's still there, and he's still chanting that word. But the word Mara has transformed into Rama and Rama. You can try. You chant the word Mara, 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 it will slowly become Rama, Rama, Rama. Then sage Narada takes him out of the anthill, and then he says, you have really done a lot of hard work. Now you are not the same robber. Now you have all the capabilities to be a writer. So why don't you now start writing your experiences? So this is how Ratnakar writes a book, and that book is what is called Valmiki Ramayana. So this is how a robber, just by one word called Mara, transforms himself into sage Valmiki. Valmiki also, in the later part of his life, known as a sage. So this is how Valmiki Ramayana came into existence. So I just wanted to share this story. The purpose of sharing this story was relating to what is called mantra. Mantra can just be a word, it can just be chanting one word, or it can be some kind of a tool that can transform our whole being. So in this episode, just this one word, Mara, which later became Rama, and then it transformed robber Ratnakar into sage Valmiki, and through him Valmiki Ramayana came into existence. And in the later part of his life, he was known as a renowned writer, and he was also called as a sage. So this was the small story regarding the word mantra, how mantra can be powerful. Just one word can be powerful to awaken us. That is it in this story. This story was relating to mantra. Thank you so much for listening. We'll again come back on some other story. Thank you. Thank you so much.